player of his size.
Not bad at all. How about that spring coming out of those legs?
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, "I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do until Rivers." Rivers said, "I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken. Gentlemen."
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
That's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
And the Clippers making a switch here. Douglas Roberts is checked in.
Rudy Gay is listed at 6'8", but he has a 7'3" wingspan and tremendous athleticism. That really helps him defensively, both on the perimeter and inside, where he contributes on the glass and blocking shots.
And the Clippers call time here. As you talk about Rudy Gay's size and athleticism, Steve, he can play small ball 4 in a pinch.
Yeah, and it also enables him to get that jump shot off over pretty much anybody. So if he's spaced and he's playing at a 4 and he can get that jumper off, now he's got the ability to drive past you because the floor is opened up. So very interesting when he's placed at that 4 position.
Redick dishes to Jordan. And the layup's good off the glass. Jordan's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
Pass to McCallum. Back to Collison. And Cousins kicks to McCallum. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Shot from the wing. That's good from Gay on the assist from McCallum. Gay's got the lead up to 11 now for the Kings.
He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Paul goes in. Passes it to Jordan. Douglas Roberts dishes to Paul. They get it back.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for it. Oh, look out, man!
The rim is shaking.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
The Clippers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And as a club, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in terms of their free throw shooting, about 76%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Davis is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Farmar in for Paul. Timeout called by the Kings.
You know, one story that didn't get a lot of press last season, 2 days after the Bledsoe trade had been given the go-ahead, the ownership tried to back out of it. The trade was already public news, and Doc Rivers actually threatened to quit before their ownership backed down.
Sacramento leading by 11. Gay passes to Cousins. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
To the middle. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And let's see now which shooting guards have been on target the most over the last 10 games. Well, you look at McLemore. So solid around the basket, currently 3rd in the league. And, of course, J.J. Redick doing just as much.
Well, in tight or outside, these are all very reliable, very consistent shooters. You know, it's a safe option to put the ball in their hands and let them create something for themselves.
I'd say it's beyond a safe option. It's a great option. The ISO play was made for these guys. All they need is just a little room to operate, and you can count it up. Buckets.
Buckets. I like that.
Clippers trail by 13. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. For Sacramento, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the 3rd quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
For Sacramento, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And McCallum drops them both. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Farmar kicks to Crawford. Cranes the three-pointer. Crawford's got his second bucket of the night. There's 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. McCallum dishes to Cousins. Just 3 on the clock. And so here are the Clippers. Crawford and Barnes filling out the wings. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Davis, and it's Farmar in the one spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Collison, no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
There's Crawford with the three. And he gets the bucket. Crawford's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
The Kings, one of the youngest teams in the league. They're trying to build through the draft, but with mixed results over the last couple of seasons. Marcus Cousins, the only player who's truly distinguished himself as a significant building block.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Paul comes in for Jordan Farmar. Paul for 3. Rebound by the Kings. Gay's got 7 rebounds in the game. And Redick kicks to Barnes. And it's off from three-point range. And the Kings, Clark, over the last 5 years, drafting in that 5 to 7 range. They took Cousins, traded down, remember, for Jimmer Fredette,
Yep.
and then Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, another Jayhawk, and over 13, Ben McLemore.
Yeah, McLemore struggled a bit in his rookie season. Aside from Cousins, not the difference makers you'd hope for to this point. We'll see if this year's any different for him.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
A different look for the Clippers. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Davis. And it's Crawford in for Matt Barnes. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
And thanks for that story, Doris.
I like the defense, guys, really getting a hand up and challenging shots.
Yeah, Steve, lurking on that shot, and that was a tough one.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Pass to Redick. Offline with his 3.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open.
The Los Angeles Clippers, they come into this one following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Crawford's shot is good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The drive by Collison, and he gets the bucket.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
For the finish, throws down the breakaway jam.
And the defense paying instant dividends. Fast break basket.
Yeah, that transition was immediate. Didn't waste a second getting out on the break.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Barnes is checked in, and that's an intentional foul.
I have no idea why he's fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Darren Collison could be the fastest player in the NBA with the ball in his hands. Westbrook, Parker, obviously in the conversation as well, but boy, Collison, the son of two track stars, he is just explosive. And he is still scoreless. It looks like he doesn't even want to be out there.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I'll tell you, the other thing that's been a factor is the transition game. They're scoring a lot of points on the fast break. Well, Griffin, a former dunk contest champion, but make no mistake, Blake is a game dunker, always among the league leaders. And his size with that strength, the way he gets off the floor is just unbelievable.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. Paul for three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
You know, Blake Griffin gets up so high, he's created some debate, in fact, on the definition of a dunk. So I'll ask, does your hand have to touch the rim?
You know, I think you don't necessarily have to have your hand touch the rim, Kevin, but you do have to throw it through the goal. None of this raggedy type dunk stuff.
Got to control it.
You got to, yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Glenn Davis is checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Douglas Roberts comes in for Matt Barnes. And it's Farmar in for Chris Paul. And so DeMarcus Cousins nails both of them.
Sometimes all it takes is just a little change of scenery. And while that wasn't the case for Rudy Gay going from Memphis to Toronto, it was true as he was sent from the Raptors to the Kings this past season where he played really well.
And that is good. And that's 13 points for Crawford.
And so here we go, just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Kings.
Clark, this was a physical game.
Yeah, but the awareness they had offensively to penetrate really was the difference.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
Well, you look back at this one and what an amazing performance this has been for DeMarcus Cousins. And the way he rebounded here surely was a spark for the team. And to tell you what, he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And while you might worry when a player changes teams midseason 2 years in a row like Rudy Gay, you know, there may be some problems. But Gay was phenomenal for the Kings after the trade. In fact, he looked rejuvenated.
Yeah, sometimes that can happen, a change of scenery, Kevin, can ignite and energize a player, and it certainly made Rudy Gay more efficient. You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Farmar passes to Davis. It's taken away by Collison. And McCallum kicks to Cousins. That one goes. Count it. Cousins has got 30 points.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Turkoglu is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Now McLemore. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?